Hello everyone, I wanted to show you some of stuff I tried. I also changed lighting conditions a bit so that the samples at the left side are not favored against the samples on the right side, because it was very directly lit on this side. So what have I done? On the left side I have for reference the sample J, my current favorite, and the sample L, the MACal, and the new ones are sample N, which is an Oralite 5500 in black, and 2 layers of a frozen window film called S5DEPM from Hexis. On top, the usual wall art is an anti-glare measure. It looks like this. It's quite silverish. The next one is sample O with Oralite 5600 70 and one layer of the Hexis with the Oracal on top. Actually, the appearance is quite similar. It's a little bit blacker. Then I have a 4-layer version, which is the Oralite and the Hexis S5DEPM and a Rosco 450 3/8 white diffuser and the Oracal on top again. And I have to go this way. Sample Q is this time a white retro-reflector with a window tint on top. Sample S is Oralite 5600 in black and the Rosco 450 3/8 white. Wall art on top. Actually, since the Rosco is not self-adhesive, I had to glue it on top, and I only had some picture mount spray from 3M. So actually this would be the appearance, and all the white marks is just me screwing it up. So it's black, not so black like the MACal, but it's okay. Then the last one is sample T, which is an experiment. I just took the back side of the retro-reflector, where you can see through the back of the metallized glass beads, and on top window tint and the Oracal. It looks like this. Actually, this is really the 70% VLT window tint. In the other videos I said I would use it. I used a 50% VLT window tint. I didn't notice. Okay, so overview picture. And then let's see on axis performance. As you can see, sample, what is it called, R, only the 5600 and the wall art on top is the brightest, which is to be expected on axis, because the top layer doesn't take any or not very much brightness away. Actually, most of them perform quite okay on Hexis, especially the sample Q on the right side with the white retro-reflector, but also sample P in the middle is quite okay. So now let's go off Hexis a bit. Where you can see the MacTac and the black retro-reflector with only the wall art getting darkest, but the MacTac is better from the viewing angle. But not so much. All the others show their imperfections from this perspective, especially sample S, which is the Rosco 3/8 white. And I don't know if you see it on the video, this is the back side of the Oralite. Shows a quite grainy image with sparkling. If you don't see it on the video, trust me, I wouldn't want to have it. Yeah, now you can see it better. Okay, so just take a look from the other side. As you can see, if I'm moving around, the samples with the Hexis, the frozen window film, which is sample O and sample N, and to some extent sample P, but this has a Rosco on top, show some hotspot behavior because they contain silver particles which do a glossy reflection. So while they produce a bright image, I don't know if I would want it. You can see it here if I move. You can see it quite good at the top. Actually, it doesn't glare so much in real, but it is grainy in reality. You can see it here. So with the combined with the Rosco, the grain goes away to some extent, but the most homogeneous picture is shown by my still favorite sample J. You can see it here quite good in comparison to grain and noise here, and especially on this sample, which is the T. So go to viewing position, like here you can see the hot spotting on the second from the left. So I try to move a bit off axis so that we don't have the hot spotting anymore, at least not so bright, and we can focus on the diffusing capabilities. bit difficult. You can now see sample P in the middle seems to perform best. But I think we might capture some glossy reflection and therefore enhancing the brightness. I will move over to a different position. Which actually still favors sample P in the middle. Actually, they are all not too bad, from this position at least. So if we are going to rate the ambient black level, the best one is sample R, the Oralite with the Oralite on top. Second rank is sample L, Oralite with MacTac and Oralite on top. Third place, I would say, would be sample S, the Oralite with the Rosco and the Oralite on top, at least in this area. And the rest, actually, I think the window tints are next, sample Q, but probably one place it's similar, sample T, the back side. Then I think next one would be sample P, Oralite with the Hexis and the Rosco and Oralite as usual. And the next one is a close encounter, I think. Sample J, the Oralite with the Opal milk window film. And nearly equal, the Oralite sample O with Hexis and the Oralite on top. Here you can see the grain. And the least white, the least black is sample N with a double Hexis. It's less grainy, but still grainy. So, judging by the graininess, I would say, at least in black, sample J is on top, followed by sample L with the MacTac, the MACal 79802. And probably you can see it this good. Sample R and sample S with the Rosco is the same as sample P with the Rosco. Regarding graininess, what you can see here, which looks like grain, is the not so perfect adhesive, glue, whatever, but not the actual material. This one looks also quite smooth. Yeah. Okay. So let's see how the white levels are. As you can see, the samples with the thinnest films on top are the brightest because of the retro-reflectivity in full effect. But what you cannot see with this camera is that the more the retro-reflectivity comes into account, the more grain you get. I try to show it close up. I don't know if I will succeed. Yeah, I think you might get it. This is graininess from the combination of retro-reflectivity and glossy reflectivity of the silver particles in the Hexis film. So, but graininess from pure retro-reflectivity is not so much better. I think this is caused by the size of the glass beads in the film. So, also graininess with the double hexes is bad. Best performance regarding grain, again sample J with the Opal milk window film. Also the black retro-reflective layer with the MacTac on top shows graininess. Worst, the worst one is the back side of the Oralite with the window tint, but actually this is to be expected because it's like a bumpy surface covered with aluminium or silver, so that you get grain here is unavoidable. So this is the white retro-reflector with the window tint, which is better regarding graininess because it also has a white glossy surface. Now you can see the grain, yeah. Okay, and this one in the middle. Let's see, yeah, this is retro-reflectivity plus Hexis window film, but with the Rosco diffuser on top, which eases the effect. Actually, it looks quite good. So, so now let's get off axis a bit, and you can now see suddenly the brightest ones get dark. So yeah, no matter what I do, I think the overall winner is this one.